game taken. All right. So we're going to play a game called Stealing Hearts. Now, you may not care about the Pampered Chef business. This is when I sat there 4 years ago at my sister's show. I never cared about the business either. But you might want to win some prizes. So you might want to win 1, 2, or all 3 of these prizes. So the object of the game is to ask questions about the Pampered Chef business. So you can ask how much money I make, if I've ever been on trips, if I've ever, how we
did you win a car?
If not yet, but maybe someday. You can ask me anything you want about the business. It just has to be about the business. When you ask a question, you're going to get a heart card, and at the end we'll draw for the space and see who wins the prizes. So who has the first question?
How did you get involved in Pampered Chef?
How did I get involved in Pampered? Fabulous question. So I was sitting at my sister's show, and I didn't buy anything because I thought I had a lot of Pampered Chef. Little did I know I did not have as much Pampered Chef as I have now. And I decided I was going to do a fundraiser for Autism Care. So we gathered about 50 women together. We raised $1,400. And she asked me about doing the business, and I thought, you're crazy. My sister is getting married in 2 to 3 weeks. I'm fighting my son's IEP. I have no time. And then she said, well, how much time do you think it takes to just do a show a month? I'm like, I don't know. So I got into this just thinking I would do 1, maybe 2 shows a month, and that's how I started. And then it's just kind of grown, and now this is what I do as my main job. My nursing job is my big girl job that I did last night and stayed up for 14 hours. And it's not as much fun, but this is now fit very well.
How long have you been doing it?
4 years. I started with the company 4 years ago.
What is the percentage that you make?
And I'm going to get you next because I know you can raise your hand. As a new consultant, you make 20 to 25%. So on an average show, I make, a new consultant makes about $100 per show. So if you did about 4 shows a week or lost 1 day a night of TV a week, you would make about $400, $500 a month. If you're doing about 2 shows a week, you're making about $1,000 a month. That's considered full-time. Personally now, I make usually between $2,500 and over $4,200 with my biggest paycheck. That paycheck, I left my house 7 times and did about 14 catalog shows. So I left my house for about 21 hours and made over $1,000 a week.
2 questions. One is, how easy has Pampered Chef made your cooking, and how better has your cooking got?
Very good question. So, how easy?
Chicken horse?
All right, I'll give her 2 more. I was going to answer them in 1 question. But, so, when you have the right tools, you're able to do the job much easier. Okay? I do dirty a lot more dishes, as you can see, because I have, and actually when I'm showing them, I want to show you all the different things that it can do. I used to call myself the queen of frozen pizza, or you could say, all right, kids, we're going to get dinner, and they put their shoes on and run out to the door, thinking we're going to go get a drive-through. But now I've learned to make a lot of easy recipes that are much healthier for my family. And some of them will eat them, some of them won't.
I will y'all.
With the Pampered Chef, we have the opportunity to earn trips. The current trip I'm working for right now is Disneyland, so it's a trip for 4 to Disneyland, California. You can go back to California. They will pay for 4 people. It's airfare, park hopper passes, your hotel, and there's 2 different hotels, the Grand Californian or the Disneyland Hotel, based on how much you've sold. And I have been, and they closed the park down for 1 evening for just Pampered Chef. So we have the entire run of the park and everything in it. Yeah, I got you there.
Yeah.
Ready? Okay. So, I have been, my first trip was to Toronto, so Toronto on the card, with my first full year with Pampered Chef. The second trip we went to was to the Bahamas. We swam with the dolphins at Atlantis. Last year we went to, usually have this stuff out, Los Cabos. This is my husband and I at the Arches. This is one of the best
Never bring anyone else.
This is my husband. He works like 60 hours a week with his 2 strawberry daiquiris half passed out on the beach. So it's nice to see him nice and relaxed, and it's great for us to get back together. This year our trip is to Punta Cana. It's actually in April, but it falls on my lovely daughter's birthday again this year, so I'm not going to miss her birthday. We took a gift card, and we are taking the family to Aruba in July. So,
what kind of benefits does it come with? Or does it come with benefits?
What?
Being Pampered Chef consultant.
There's so many benefits. Okay, so you get everything that's in your kit. So if you look on the back of your catalog, you get, for $99, you get $345 in products. You get your website free for 3 months. You get the bag, the apron. It's the business in a bag. You want the bigger kit, it's $580 worth of products for $159. You get jewelry. I've earned jewelry. You get trips. You get, the best thing is all my great little friends, you know, like, I'm like so excited to see them. Besides my hosts, you know, my team, they're my, you know, my daughters, you know, and sons. I have some sons too. But, yeah. Oh, man, actually, the number one son in the company is a man. The only person who sold $3 million so far, and he's done it. The company's been around for going on 34 years, and he's only been with the company less than 15, and he sold $3 million so far.
Wow. With Pamper Chef, with the working mothers, they get home 6 o'clock at night. How easy are the recipes for them to do and take care of their little ones? I watch her, and she says, we're not sitting down for 8 o'clock at night for dinner.
Right. Well, especially if you have the deep cover baker or rock rock, a lot of our recipes you can prepare ahead of time so that all you have to do is pop it in the microwave last minute. So you make your recipe the night before, or you prep it, put it in the fridge, and then, you know, like what I do a lot of times, I'm busy myself. I'm probably one of the busiest people in this room, you know. Get out, I'm running all the time, but while the kids are at school, I'll get stuff prepped. We sit down, we do homework, then we're out to the NAC to go do our exercise, you know. Throw something in the microwave or put it in the oven. All of our recipes are under 30 minutes, you know, so, and, you know, they have to be able to talk and cook and do everything, so they're simple. They're 7 to 10 ingredients, about $2 a serving.
How many years have you been doing Pampered Chef?
4 years, and she already asked that question, so.
How often does your team meet?
My team, we get together at least once a month. We usually meet the first Monday of the month up in Warminster or at my house, depending. Then we have, and that's for team meeting and recognition. So we learn about different things. We usually do something on adding new team members, and, you know, with hosting a show, we always do a recipe, so you always learn something new. We try to switch it up, and whatever is seasonal and whatever is good for the upcoming special, so you learn something. Then we have recipe night. It's usually the third Monday of the month, although third Monday of next month is St. Patty's Day, so we're doing it on Tuesday. And that we make a recipe that you can make in the new consultant kit so that everybody learns another recipe. And it's a great opportunity for, if somebody's interested in the business and you're a new consultant, you don't know how to offer the opportunity to someone, they can bring them and we can help answer any questions. We also have now Sunday night phone calls. There's one tonight at 9 o'clock. Every other Sunday we do a half-hour phone call with two other directors, Desiree and Tammy, who one's in Virginia and the other one's in Maine, but we're working together to build our teams. And we do a half-hour phone call on a topic. It's 20 minutes between the three of us and a 10-minute Q&A. And we have 2 5-minute phone calls that we record that you can listen in on one topic. So Sonia's been on every single call, that girl, she's on it. And there's all, you know, we get together to go to, you know, we just came back from spring launch, and sometimes we do fun things too, like barbecues.
What's the hardest thing about being Pampered Chef?
Hardest thing is not eating all the food at the shows and doing dishes. That's probably the hardest thing. I really enjoy every aspect of it.
How far do you have to travel?
You don't have to travel anywhere if you want. You could be a catalog Facebook consultant, but it's totally up to you. We do not have territories. The territory is the territory of the United States of America. So we can sell anywhere in the U.S. I have done shows in California. I've had consultants in California. You can do shows. I have done them. I have one going right now in Florida from your friend. I travel. I try to stay within a half hour for my business, but sometimes I'll go further. I've gone down to the shore for a show. One of my hosts drove me down for a Mom's Club fundraiser. I've gone up to Bethlehem a couple times for, you know, they usually do a really big fundraiser for MS. But I generally try to stay about a half hour, and that's where most of my customers are.
How does Pampered Chef contribute to fundraisers and things of that nature?
Sure.
I heard they do a lot.
We do. We instead use the same catalog, and you get to use the catalog, like, you know, we don't increase the prices or anything, and then they give cash donation. And then as shows are booked, they also give a donation, and I give a donation as well when the show's held.
How long did it take you to become a director?
I became a director in the company about a year and a half into the business. I think it's going to be one of you two.
Oh.
About a year and a half into the business. And to become a director, we have different levels. So consultant levels are Sonia and Lisa. They just recently started their business. So they are their team. And as they add friends, then they'll become a senior consultant as one consultant under you. You get 1% more of whatever you sell, plus 1% of whatever your team sells. Team leader has to have 2 people to be a team. And you get 2% more, plus 2% of whatever your team sells. Director is 5 people on your team, and you and your team selling $5,000 or more. I, right now, have close to 40 people on my team. I have some people that come and go, and I've had 3 consultants that had left within the past year that have all rejoined this month, and 2 more that Bridget just contacted me the other day.
Really?
Yeah, so about rejoining. So people are always welcome back, Alice. Whenever you want.
What's considered
If you,
leaving and rejoining?
so if you don't sell anything for 6 months, you become inactive and you lose your, after 6 months of not selling anything, you lose consultant privileges. So you can re-sign up and buy your kit again, or if it's been within a certain period of time, you can sign up just and get the catalogs. But to be honest with you, the kit is such a great deal, and you get your website free for 3 months, it pays for itself in that $99.
What's your favorite product?
The business. All right, now we're going to play the game. So here we go. So I'm going to flip over the first 3 cards, and there are the first 2 people to get the prizes right away. We have the 10, the 4, and the 8.
We have the 10. But we don't understand. What do you mean we get 2?
All right, you have the heart. 10, 4, and 8. You have 8.
I'm 8. This is awesome. You win something.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. This is called stealing hearts. You guys are going to steal from them now. Who has the queen?
I have the 2.
All right, steal from Heather or Danielle.
I'll take Danielle, I guess.
Who has the 9?
I have a 9.
All right. There you go. Get it from your daughter. Who has the 2?
I have the 2.
All right.
Oh, wait, give back to me.
That's usually what happens. Who has the 6?
I have the 6. Give it back.
Who has the 3?
I do.
There you go. Who has the Jack?
I do. Give back.
Who has the 7?
I do.
There you go. Who has the Queen?
I do.
I'm sorry, King.
I do too.
I already did the Queen.
Heather, she's stealing from you.
Who has the 5?
I do.
And who has the 8?
Me.
There you go.
Oh.
She has 2, she has 1.
Oh.
You are the winners, you may open your prize. But I just hope that was a fun way just to share a little bit about what the opportunity is. I never knew anything about direct selling, never had any interest in direct selling until I learned a little bit more about it. It is a fabulous way to make a great income in a flexible way around your family. Like I said, many of my consultants are catalog consultants, personal shoppers. They buy more than what the minimum is each month or every couple months. And then I have people that want to do this full-time, want to leave full-time jobs to stay home with their kids. Hey! Welcome. There's food. There's another one of my consultants.
Hi.
Are your calls on Sunday like conference calls?
Yeah.
Is that what you were
Can
saying?
you just call in? It's 30 minutes. We talk about, like this one we're going to be talking about offering the opportunity for 20 minutes and how to inform people. So,
And then the
the
Q&A.
shirt's right in that bag when they come.
Okay, I will be back today. Usually I'll leave your money here, but we have a plumbing problem, so.
Okay.
Oh, I hate this word.
Aww.
There's 2 P words altogether, plumbing problem.
Debbie, it's on the side there if you... in the bag.
Yeah.
If you did not win a prize, now don't worry, I'm going to pass out some door prize slips and you can...
Christina,
Awesome
that
idea.
citrus peeler
The
works
back one?
really
I know,
well.
and that's from the company, that's not from me, that's, all that stuff is printable on,
Bean!
I was sitting at lunch
Mom.
the other day and we were talking about the benefits of the citrus peeler and I told everybody I was coming today and I was going to order one for everybody.
And